found scientists to this day, as this one-of-a-kind geological feature is like no other place found anywhere else on Earth, and has remained essentially hidden and largely unknown within the remote Western Sahara Desert of Mauritania, which only makes its distinctive nature that much more curious when you consider that so few people have still never seen or heard of it before, even including the most curious and inquisitive minds around.
But let me ask you this, Joe, real quick. When you saw my video, was that the very first time you had ever seen this thing before?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And that is the thing, because if nothing else, this extraordinarily unique anomaly should be included on the list of natural wonders of the world. But nevertheless, when you see the new lines of evidence that I'm going to share in this video, it will become exceedingly apparent that the fittingly named Eye of the Sahara is by far the most likely location for the lost capital city of Atlantis. And not only that,
these other foreign countries, they're not taking our members of Congress on trips that last for weeks on August recess periods. That's not happening.
I guess they should start.
Yeah,
effective.
they may be.
Yeah.
That's the pushback. Is all these other countries, they spend a lot more money on lobbying Congress, but I'm like, yeah, but Israel's the only one really coming out getting our military to fight all their wars for them.
Do you think this generationally seems to be changing? People my age and younger
Drastically
are looking at the images that came out of Gaza, and they were going, "I'm funding this. Our country is funding this." TikTok just got sold. By the way, I'm sure you know.
I do know.
Okay.
I voted against the TikTok ban, by the way. I was one of the few.
Right. It's very interesting to me that TikTok
now
was just sold to Larry Ellison, who is the single largest.
To say, hey, Bob, why don't you come on out to the Nevada desert?
Well, the way this went down was, at that time, it was 1982, I put a jet engine in my Honda, and Los Alamos put it on the front page of the paper. It said, Los Alamos man, physicist at the lab, built this 200 mile an hour, Honda jet car that I drove to work every day. So I was known in Los Alamos, the guy with the weird car, and you could hear it from a mile away. Anyway, the day that came out on the front page of the paper was the day Edward Teller, the father of the hydrogen bomb, was giving a lecture down there at the lab. And we didn't have much going on that day in our group, and I asked if I could go down there.
No, I mean, this is a big question. So I came on because I had just written a book called Permanent Record, which is the story of my life, because that's what publishers make you do when you're writing your first book. But it's more than that, because I didn't just want to talk about me. It's actually about the changing of technology and the changing of government in this sort of post 9/11 era, which our generation just sort of happened to be growing up during. And I was at the CIA and the NSA and all this stuff. But the day that the book came out, the government hit me with a lawsuit, and they hit the publisher of the books with a lawsuit, because they don't want to see books like this get written. They especially don't want to see books like this get read. And so the big thing was, we didn't know where this was going. We didn't know what was going to happen. And my publisher, of course, wanted me very badly to let people know this book existed in case the government leaned harder and harder and harder.
First of all, thanks for doing this. I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Long time coming. I'm glad we're doing it in person and not remotely. And I think what I want to do is start with your origin story, because your path is very unlikely. Your path to becoming a scientist, and I think it actually also kind of contextualizes some of the things that I want to talk about with you today. So maybe start there.
Sure. So on the one hand, maybe I was fated to become a scientist. I guess the two things that are relevant there are, I always loved animals, and I've always been obsessed with animal behavior. Like, just could watch Cousteau shows growing up, underwater life, or animals hunting, animals doing anything. It's just so fascinating to me, because I think even at a really young age, I've always just been intrigued in sort of what drives different animals to behave in the way they do, and how body form matches to